Ohayou gozaimasu. Yes, everyone. Another video here from yours truly, the Tokyo real estate man, Trem, otherwise known as Trem. Here, looking at a sort of we're basically going to look at a property here in Edogawa. Ku today, you see Edogawa. This is city, but generally speaking, Ku is I think closer to the English word of ward, but on the Google Maps and stuff like that, it translates as city. This is a really good way of understanding the marketplace as we see a transition from we see the red pill here in more central Tokyo. Here, this is near Ueno Park. This is Shirobashi right here. Yotsuya getting near. This is Emperor's Palace. So this is near like Ichibancho right there. And then you can see the red pill is going to start to distribute. And then over here, this is Chiba way, and then in Chiba we see more of a district. We don't see a broken market at all here in Chiba. We see a really really good in sort of near Chiba. You see a really healthy market. But we're going to look at this property here in Edogawa City here today. But it's really neat to back up and have a look, and you can see the transition. And this is the JR Sobu line, which will connect here with central Tokyo, and it'll connect all the way over here to Shinjuku as well. So this property that we're going to look at, this one here, this sort of aqua pill, we got the this one here. Check the price on this one. We're going to look at this one. This one here for 1,800 mon or isen 800 mon. I've taken some of the stuff off of here though. As you can see right here, it says this is the parking. So if I were to unclick the parking, this is going to increase supply a little bit. As you can see, it's increasing supply. So yeah, but you want to really buy a house without parking in this, maybe as you get into this sort of area, good. What's the pricing on this one going to be? On this one here, so that this one without parking right here in the center of Tokyo, 2,980 man. Yeah, but basically at that point in time, this is a new listing. You're looking at something that is going to, I mean, we could click it. Let's click and have a little bit. I was trying to keep these, attempting to try to keep these videos sort of shorter. But certainly great location, very, very old. I mean, it's basically garbage. You're buying the land. It's going to be, yeah, it's basically garbage. And you can see it's garbage. This is old here. I mean, it's decent, but it's probably as well like a set. If we just come here, you can see not terrible. If we come here to the bottom, you'll see that it probably lists that as Saiken Saiken Dikinai, which is it cannot be rebuilt, but you can rebuild it from the inside out. Is it saying Saiken Dikinai? It's not really referring to that. We can come here quickly to the map, and you can see in the map whether it's rebuildable or not. Can we come actually in front of this property? See, we can't. Okay, actually the Google Maps, when you're using the software, this tells a lot of stories and stuff like that, because often the Saiken Dikinai, or the ones you can't rebuild, are on these sort of, are stuck here right in the middle, and the Google Maps, they never go down these roads. So this house is going to be down this sort of road down here that is in this sort of, where is it? We have to look for that sort of house mark. Did I go too far? Oh, it might be back the other way. It's not really the subject of what I wanted to carry on, but this is an interesting property today here in Siro. I guess it's in Bunkyoku. This says Bunkyoku and then Siro Ichome. Okay, so sometimes I wonder if some of this stuff, like looking at the neighborhood there, it looked like this is actually placed wrongly, because if I look here, this isn't central Tokyo. It's just, I mean, I could be wrong. Where is it? It's in Bunkyoku. So anyhow, this is not the huge subject of the video today, but of course I'm gonna spread myself thin here, and I'm gonna put parking back onto it, because I just think parking really matters. And then I'm gonna try to come on in here closer to this listing. Right, this is the listing we're gonna look at here today, and it's priced at this one. You say 2,880 man, or roughly 270,000 Canadian dollars. I'll cut over here to the listing. This house was built in and I'll get here to the original. This is a house, a three-story house here with parking right here, and this was originally built in 1994, and then just as the Tokyo real estate man arrives here in Tokyo, 59 meters with 35 meters of land, but used really efficiently right here. And there's not much. What I like about the listing too is it's not bragging at all. It's just telling you it's an older house priced at basically near garbage price, and with parking, with everything you kind of need. That's just it. And there's no huge amount of pictures being given away or anything like that. So it's just really a simple house. And you'd say here Shinkoiwa Eki, 15 minutes away from the station, but there's parking. So then when you have a parking spot, you're not trapped into the Tokyo train system. You have options. Anyhow, we'll just come down here, and then 3 LDK, 59, as I mentioned, 1994, 59 meters of internal space in the building. Shoryuken, which is ownership, and of course it has parking. This is IKEA, as I suspected. The owner is not living in this apartment, and it's sort of priced to sell, to be honest with you. And then before we get there, you can see here for a 3 LDK here in this neighborhood right now, this pricing is $5,200. See, really, this is really shot up. Like a few years ago, a price like this was just a normal one, but here in Edogawa-ku, for something like this in the neighborhood, and you can see it in the map. Most of the stuff is going to be, this is going to be like the green pill, I guess, like that, or a green dot is going to mark that. And the upside of the market, the 5 LDK, is going to be just under 6,000 mon, or you'd say Rokusen mon. Yeah, so it gives you an idea of the marketplace right here. And most of it's single family sort of housing. Anyhow, we'll come up here. We can expand the map here a little bit. But again, you see that it's caught here in this sort of cul-de-sac right here, which isn't the best. But it's still, I think, it's still an interesting deal. And you see what I mean? The Google Maps, they didn't even come in on this one street here, so I can drop us in here. This is the closest I can really sort of drop us in here to have a look at it. And let me try to situate ourselves here to try to find the house here. Oh my god, I'm lost here, Tokyo Real Estate Man. But you can still glean a lot from it right there. You can see that there's just a K car, and see how people use their garages and stuff like that. And it just tells you that the garage and the car, and that's the house that's down. I was not able to go down this street, and then there's the cul-de-sac here. This house is on the cul-de-sac here on this street right here, and you're going to have to be a really good, here's that word again, if that's a word, you're going to have to be a really good parker to live in this sort of location. But there's lots you can see. We can meander down this street a little bit further to have a look. What do we got here, by the way? There's a Nissan right there, by the way. Serena, probably a Serena. Oh, the Serena's a Toyota, sorry. Anyhow, the newer sort of building here. This looks to be almost like an apartment building here, but this is totally Shinkoiwa. There it is. Oh, but there's a really good thing you can see here. A lot of families sort of live here. So the demographic numbers here in Edogawa-ku or Edogawa City are really, really good. And lots of families would live there, and there's another girl probably or another boy there walking his way to school, and this is where a lot of families are going to be here in this neighborhood. So apparently I think Edogawa-ku has the most sort of foreign residents apparently live in Edogawa ward, by the way. And then this will give you the sort of character. This is sort of near the river. I don't think that these rivers really present a really threat of overflowing, because if I actually were to take us the Google Maps golden guy here down here to the river, you see what I mean? This is a total huge effect. They're like, look at this as I have seen these rivers in the spring when they overflow, like Tamagoa River can definitely, I would not think that the river at some point in time would definitely come into this sort of Salute Gate right here, though. But that would take a lot. And you can guarantee, like, Japanese universities have cracked for example, the amount of snow volume and like melt rate, for example, in the spring, and they probably calculated this sort of elevation mark between like research universities in Japan. This is what they research. So I would imagine that to get up there, you're probably looking at like maybe a 500 or 1,000 year event, I would think. Anyhow, that's interesting to look at that there. We could bring the map back here to what's known as the satellite. And then in the satellite picture, we can probably move in a bit closer here to see. You can basically see the location of this house, like in a cul-de-sac right there. You see a school right there, likely an elementary school, who knows. And then you see that there's, where was the station? It was just sort of to the north of here, I guess, on the Soba line. But you can see too, there are all kinds of, for the most part in this area though, you see single family housing in areas like this. And it's probably getting closer to the station as we see like volume sort of pick up and stuff like that. You can see now we're getting, yeah, I was right. Soon as you can see that gradual transition between just the volume is picking up in terms of mansions and the density and stuff like that, and that's the JR Soba line. So that's going to basically connect you right there with Shinjuku, and definitely I would think that that's a totally walkable distance between where the house was sort of placed there, and which was right down here, and the Soba line. Anyway, one other thing I did want to cover, I'll come back here to the map, or I can the regular map, and I did want to cover a little bit of interest rate stuff by looking at we'll come here to the top of the listing, and if you're coming from inside the Japanese market, if you're not, just if you're working in Japan right now, take advantage of these affordable interest rates which you can get at. I'm hoping this thing's going to open up, and here we go. The interest rate generated here, and they always give this one rate by Tokyo Star Bank at 1.15%. And I did go talk to them there, and they're a Taiwanese bank, Tokyo Star, by the way. And but at the 35 flat right now for the first 5 years is 0.85%, and you could live in this house for basically 800 Canadian a month. Of course, we have to more realistically think that you would need, in order to buy this one, about $50,000 Canadian, which is known as 500 man or go hyaku man. Okay, all you Japanese real estate people who are learning the words, atama kin is down payment. Atama is head. Okay, kin is money. Okay, you need to for sure learn. Both these kanjis are really important. Atama, which is to, knock your head, and then kin, which is money, and this is bonus. And then down here, this is another good one, and this is henzai. Henzai means repayment, and kikan means period. So it's a payment period of 35 years. And if you did get the 35 flat with the 500 man or 50,000 Canadian down payment, your payments for 35 years flat would be 6.6%. Really, really good deal. So we know that the currency crisis is happening right now. Silver price at 36. Platinum looking really good too. So own some land, own some commodities, own some proximity to the JR Soba line and its great transportation systems in Tokyo. This is a good deal. Tokyo market going up. We saw that one other property here. Yeah, it was said it was in Bunkyoku. That might be accurate. But the main thrust of the video today is this one in Shinkoiwa and Matsushima. It says Matsushima Nichome Shinkoiwa, and it's a 3-story house. I think it's a pretty good deal. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Interested in a property in Japan, you can always come here to the website, and it's really simple. Tokyo Real Estate Man .website. 2 ways to get a hold of me: my straight email to my Yahoo, or you can come down here. Simasen! Kushami is sneeze in Japanese. There you go. It's your new word for the day. Kushami. Ooh, yabai. You can fill out the information here and or send me a direct email. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, other way of getting hold of me and supporting me is to follow the Instagram, known as well. Oh no, it's on the chats. I forgot. I was chatting with my son. You can come up here to the profile of the Instagram, which is TokyoRealEstateMan.website, which is the Instagram. いつもこのチャンネル見てるの皆様ありがとうございます。今日の動画はもう終わりです。よろしくお願いします。失礼します。